Welcome back to Banchan Warrior, where we share the wisdom and experience of those who live in the deep south of Korea. Today, we speak with Juhwa Im. Juhwa is an English teacher at Gwangyang Middle School. She has been taught for 11 years total between public and private schools. She holds a bachelor's in English education and computer education, and she has worked with 9 different native teachers ranging from England, the US, Canada, South Africa, and the Philippines. Juhwa, it's great to speak with you today.
Hi Ian, I'm so happy to be here. Hi.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as a native teacher, I've spoken with a lot of other native teachers about how to be effective in the classroom and how to get along well with my coworkers.
Alright.
But I think it would be really valuable to get the experience of a Korean English teacher and someone who's worked with many different native teachers.
Oh. I hope my experience can help anyone out there, and I'm happy to help you here. So
Excellent.
great.
So when you think about working with native teachers, does a really good native teacher come to mind, someone that you had a good experience teaching with?
Well, now that you ask me, there is couple of teachers that I work with that I think they are really good. So I want to mention one teacher that I worked with couple of years ago. He is from America, and I don't know, he has the eyes, glowing eyes when he taught students. And one day, this is actually him. One day he brought his guitar and playing the guitar in the classroom and then singing a song all together with the students. So I can see that students are engaging. So it was really good, I think.
So these were middle school students that he's playing guitar for?
No, it was elementary school students.
Wow, that's still very impressive. So it sounds like he can really bring his passion and his interests into the classroom.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You can feel his passion. He's so passionate in teaching here in Korea. It seems like he took it really seriously. So I was really grateful for that.
Do you know if that teacher had a lot of teaching experience before, or if he was more new to teaching when he came here?
Well, I don't think he had a lot of experiences in teaching, but what I can tell is he know how to interact with people. But I don't think he had a lot of experiences. Maybe he have couple of years teaching somewhere else, but not here in Korea. Yeah, he mentioned he taught in Belgium.
Wow, really?
Yeah, right.
That's incredible. Okay. So it sounds like even if a teacher doesn't have tons of experience, when they can bring that sincerity and the strong social skills,
Totally, exactly.
makes a big difference.
Yeah, right. So I've been working with 9 different teachers from different countries, but what I've noticed is that it's all about how they think about teaching in Korea. Some of them think teaching in Korea is kind of well, I can go and have fun and travel and I can make money, but he's totally different. He took it really seriously.
So bringing some sincerity to the position of teaching rather than treating this experience as a kind of long travel trip is really useful.
Yes, exactly.
Well then, I guess speaking of what you just said about teachers who come in and sort of don't take the job seriously, what else have native teachers done that has irritated or annoyed you as a Korean English teacher?
Well, I don't know, there is one teacher, well, I can tell he's a nice guy, and he was every time I ask him to do something, or I ask him to do something really nicely, but all he said is, oh, I'm so busy. I know he's so busy traveling Korea, not doing planning that lesson plans and stuff. So it was really irritating thing.
Is there an example of something that you asked him to do?
Yeah, there is one thing. Actually, all he did was just turn on the CD in the classroom and then follow through the textbook. Well, I asked him to bring one warm-up activity before we get into the textbook. So I thought that's an easy job to do, but that he never done it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked like really like not millions times, but I asked him like a lot. Like every time after we finish it, I asked him to do it, but this is his answer. I was busy. So I was like, oh, there is nothing I can do to change it.
Sounds like what you're saying is what you appreciate more than anything is a sincere effort. And what annoys you is when people don't seem to be trying as hard as they can.
Yeah, right.
So it sounds like you've had experience in public school teaching in the same classroom as a native teacher?
Yes.
Okay. How about, I'm curious because I struggled with this a little bit early on. Classroom management. What advice would you give native teachers to manage a Korean classroom?
Well, I don't know, like the native teachers that I worked with, they are really like nice. Sometimes they are too nice. So students can smell what they can do in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they can smell the niceness and they kind of like act up. But native teachers are really nice to them. They don't really like say anything bad to them. So maybe that has something to do with classroom management. So you have to be like strict. If you have any classroom rules, you have to follow it through.
Okay. So they should set more strict rules and be a little bit tougher on the students who misbehave.
And then you don't want to be like celebrity, right? Like he's like native teachers, like they really like them. What I've noticed is that some of native teachers enjoy it, being celebrity. So maybe yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like try to be more teacher-like strict on your rules. And then you have to know how to manage students in the classroom.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the celebrity. I have to admit that's something I struggled with when I was at Namak High School. I was like, I was drunk on it, to be honest.
You're like star.
Yeah, everybody's like, hi teacher, and they're like bowing to you in the hallway
They
and
loved you.
high fives. But I also hear what you're saying, that if you're too friendly, then they don't treat you with respect.
Right. So there is like a line between like teachers and students, I think. So if students cross it, then there is like consequences.
The consequences being like
being like rude or being, I don't know, like being misbehavior.
Yeah, students. Okay, so crossing the line means students won't take your class seriously or respect you as a teacher.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Last question I have. There's a lot of new native teachers coming in February and in April. Based on your experience, if you could give them any advice, especially for teachers who haven't taught a lot, what would you tell them?
One thing I want to tell them is that be professional. Like you are not here as a travelers. You are not here as like some kind of friend here. You're here to be a teacher in Korea. Then there is like expectation that teachers at your school have. So I want them to be prepared and professional.
Prepared and professional. That sounds like a really good advice to end on. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Juhwa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to Banchan Warrior. This is Ian Schneider reminding you to live wonderfully and bring your best.